Are you ready for an electric, empowering, and engaging talk of your life? Welcome back to Debug, Decoding Technological Trends. Here to discuss the current ICT trends and ideas we encounter in our current technology-driven world. I am your host, Adrian Panes, and before we begin, I'd like to formally introduce our speakers for today. We have Alyssa Ishikawa, Sean Lopez, Dennis Santos, Van Panem, and Diana Garcia. Are you guys ready to share your experiences with the online world? Ready, set, go. Our topic for today is, drumroll please, unplug productivity. Can we thrive without our phones? In an age of relentless connectivity, the device designed to enhance our lives might be the silent saboteur of our aspirations. The invention of the mobile phone was revolutionary for its time and has now become a device capable of storing our memories, information, connection, and even our future. However, despite its rise in our society, it may also result in our downfall. The various issues we face in this online world have begun to affect us emotionally, psychologically, and physically. As we continue to venture and integrate it into our lives, will we be able to overcome the issues we face or let the phone take control of our lifetime? Do you guys think we can? How about you guys? Do you have any thoughts, violent reactions to our chosen topic?
It's very relevant nowadays because everybody's just so attached to their phone and thinking it's sad in a way they're just missing out on what is in front of them. There is so much more to life than just catching up on the latest trend and buying newest things.
I agree. And I feel like I've really grown as a person when I started to interact with things physically instead of digitally.
Those are some nice reflections, guys. I'm glad we're off to a good start. Now, I'll be asking questions based on our topic and please give us your best and most honest answers. Okay, let's start. For our first question, how does reducing phone use impact our focus, relationships, and overall well-being?
Well, reducing phone use offers a powerful boost of our cognitive, social, and emotional health by allowing us to reclaim our attention from choosing constant digital distraction.
I see. We can also focus more on things that need to be done, right?
Yeah, we definitely can.
Got more facts about this topic?
Uh, yeah, should I continue?
Go ahead.
Alright, reducing phone use can also lead to sharper focus, improved concentration, and greater mental clarity. For deeper, more productive thinking by being more present, we foster more authentic and meaningful relationship, strengthening bonds through undivided attention rather than just the attached act of pubbing.
Thank you for your wonderful answer.
My pleasure.
Moving on to our second question. What daily activities become easier or harder when we limit phone time?
Daily activity. I think keeping in touch with friends will be a little bit harder when we limit our phone. Since we won't be online 24/7 anymore. And I have to admit, we might miss a few updates and get lost in chats. But I think that's worth it just so we can have a healthier lifestyle away from our phones.
That's true, and we won't get that quick dopamine effect when we check our socials. I wouldn't have to keep clicking on a new video to keep me entertained, and it would have make it easier for me not to procrastinate on my tasks.
Personally, if we do limit phone time, it could feel a bit daunting at first, since we're not really used to that, and time feels like it's moving slower than usual.
Isn't that a good thing though? I agree with you on the daunting part, but I feel like it would be easier to start the day without your phone. We wouldn't have to an overload of our information as soon as we wake up. I know it's tempting not to, but we got the focus on that we forget we still have the day ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you feel like you have all the time in the world to accomplish schoolwork since you're not glued to it anymore. And forces me to move my body to get things done.
Speaking of getting things done, if you want to sleep earlier, then I suggest that you don't bring your phone to bed. It will mess up your circadian rhythm and eyesight.
But like that's the best part. You get comfort and entertainment all in one. But I see what you mean. I definitely see what you mean.
Yeah, it doesn't help with sleep and make you feel irritable when you wake up, leave you in a bad mood and affect your productivity for the day.
I see what you mean, Dennis. As a phone addict myself, do you guys have any suggestions on how to fix this?
I'd recommend placing your phone as far away from you as possible, or at least across the room. This stops you from getting your phone first thing in the morning. So now you have time to really take in the time, your surrounding, what you have planned for the day, and whatnot.
I agree with you. It also helps in practicing discipline and resetting your internal clock.
Wow, those are some helpful tips you're recommending. I'll try them later on. Anyway, that is the second question down. Here's another one. For the third question, can productivity tools on our phones still be a distraction rather than help?
Can I answer that?
Of course, the stage is yours.
Okay, thanks. To start off, can productivity tools on our phones still be a distraction rather than a help? It depends on how you use it.
Oh really? How so, Van?
Well, productivity tools on phones can easily become a net negative for focus rather than a help. But if we have a schedule for it, you are able to discipline enough to follow it. It won't have that much of an effect on you.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
Taking it slow is fine too.
Of course, I'll start with making a schedule first. Anyways, thank you for your answer.
You're welcome.
Now, for the next question, how can we set healthy boundaries with technology without feeling disconnected?
Well, boundaries are important for any relationship, especially with our phones. So to set a healthy one, I think we can see those time limit features on social media apps to track how long you've been using them.
Oh, like the one on TikTok and Instagram? I've been using those features and they've been helpful in managing my screen time.
Exactly. Even the reports your phone provides you about your daily screen time can help you monitor your usage.
Speaking of usage, who has the most screen time in this room?
Let's check right now.
11 hours? Ain't no way.
Wait, how do I wait?
8 hours, 8 hours.
Wait.
Why do you guys have 11 hours?
11 hours.
Yeah, on digital. Wait.
Who else is 11 hours?
Wait. I only have 3 hours.
Is that
1
one
hour?
day,
I
Alyssa?
have 4 hours.
Or is that a week?
Wait.
It's a week, so like, what's the number?
1 hour and 45 minutes.
Wait, can you like, let me show it.
Mine is like 3 hours and 6 minutes average.
1 hour.
I think. Wait, no, it's
4
for the
hours.
day, but like, wait,
4
how do I check the
hours.
average?
In a week.
Wait, how do I check the
Yeah,
average?
like for one day.
3 hours. It's only 3 hours.
Yeah, a week.
Ang galing.
3 hours and 6 minutes.
What's 11? Okay.
3 hours
Kumain
and
at
6
15.
minutes. Oh wait, no, 5 hours and 3 minutes. Like average.
Well, putting that aside, I personally think that we can set boundaries by scheduling when and where we use our phones. Using them for work purposes is understandable, but leave them behind when you're using the toilet.
You said that. And to add on to that, I think we should take a break every few minutes from using our phone, like looking outside, focus on written works, talking to others, and I mean that we have to give our 5 senses a break from our phones.
That's also one way we can get back in touch with reality. We're so online nowadays that being offline is such a foreign concept. When we do keep boundaries from our phone, we will realize that we aren't missing out on much.
Yes, it's also a good reminder that you live life at your own pace, you know. There's no competition. Just do what makes you happy.
You guys have offered short, wise words and experience to us. On to our last question. What habits can replace constant phone checking to boost our productivity?
Let's be honest. All of us grab our phones even when there's nothing to see. No tea, no notifications, nothing. We usually do it out of habit because we're bored. And since our phones are always right there, they end up being the best way to entertain ourselves.
Yeah, I can honestly relate to that. However, there are definitely ways on how we can counter it. For me, one thing I can still do up to this day is to listen to music while I work. It keeps me focused and it kinda acts as a distraction to stop checking my phone since my mind's busy enjoying the music.
I have a question though. Is there a specific genre of music we should listen to keep us away from from checking our phones? Or should we just play the music that we vibe with?
Well, not really. As long as we enjoy the music that you're listening to, it'll get the job done. What about you, Alyssa? Do you have any tips to add to our question?
Listening to music while doing work? I should give it a try sometimes. But I usually keep a book beside me that I can read whenever I get the urge to check my phone. I'll read few pages of my book instead. And by the time I'm done, the urge to check on my phone will normally go away because my focus was shifted on the content of the book.
That's awesome. I myself listen to music to not check my phone. I haven't tried what Alyssa recommended yet, but I'll give it a try sometime. And I read book while working, you know.
All of you have made such wonderful points today about using our phones. But sadly, we're going over time. So to conclude this episode of Debug, we have discussed that reducing and limiting our phone usage shall help us become more productive and active in achieving the things we want to do. Sure, it may come with a few drawbacks, but it's definitely worth it. The change to better our health and our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all remember to put our phones down, relax, go outside, and engage in activities that make us happy and treasure the time we have with friends, pets, and family. To answer the question that started this all, can we thrive without our phones? 1, 2, 3.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for listening to Debug. Make sure to stay tuned and follow us for more stories to come. This is your host, Adrian Panas, signing off. Thank you and have a lovely Unplugged day.